These are the top 10 most anticipated fights that are just not going to happen. They are never going to happen, and it's too late and too bad for us, the fans who wanted them. We're going to start off with the worst, at least less anticipated, more hype gone fights, and going to the most heartbreaking fight. We're doing top 10. Starting off with Jan Blachowicz versus Jiri Prochazka. In Singapore, Jiri Prochazka choked out Glover and then pretty much just called out Jan Blachowicz. And they said they're going to fight. And it never happened, and it never will, because one of them is going down the division and one of them is staying up the division. I think the most dangerous man in the light heavyweight division after me, under me, is Jan Blachowicz. He can be my next challenger, but still, I have to keep my respect for Glover Teixeira. One option is to offer the Glover rematch, and the second option is to fight Jan Blachowicz. I have to make a decision. This fight, while not being like, it's not going to be the craziest, most bombastic fight, despite having Jiri in it, it could have been held in like Poland or Czech Republic. This fight would have been great for the local people of where they're from. A local home advantage card would have been great to have if it was Jiri versus Jan. That's number 10. That's my least exciting. Second one, number 9, is Deiveson Figueiredo versus Pantoja. This was when Pantoja was at bantamweight and Figgy was dominating flyweight. And we needed a new challenger for Pantoja before Van. Figgy was there. Figgy got a unanimous split decision over Pantoja. He's one of the only people who had really dominated Pantoja. And when Pantoja was champ and dominating the whole division, who wasn't there? Figueiredo. So we wanted to add him back to the flyweight division. I wanted to watch him go back to the flyweight division and see if he could pap up Pantoja for being too dominant. I like Pantoja, but he is too dominant, and it's too late now. He broke his arm versus Joshua Van. There's Tatsuro Taira there. There's Manel Cap there, and there's up-and-coming contenders. What's his name? Oh, fuck, what the little guy's name who got fucking sent to the Shadow Realm by Dana White and is coming back? He's coming back. Not Evloev. Fuck, I forgot his name. He's coming back. This fight is... Also, Figgy is declining. You saw it in the Sandhagen fight. You saw it in the Onama fight. I know it's not Onama. It wasn't Onama. I forgot who it was. I'm just so bad with names. You saw Figgy in his last fight also just not look like a killer anymore. He's waiting for a perfect punch or perfect submission. He's just not as active. He's not the God of War we know. It's a fight that's too late to happen. Pantoja finally has competition, and Figgy just is falling off gradually. Sadly to see. Going into number 8, most anticipated fight that's not going to happen, is Belal versus Kamaru Usman. The only reason I really want this fight is because of drama in their podcast, the Belal Muhammad and Henry Cejudo Kush podcast. I forgot what it's called. Apparently, Belal kicked Kamaru Usman in the head or something, or made him cry or something. I don't know. Release the tapes. But we needed to see this fight come up. So much shit was being talked. Belal was champ, so Kamaru Usman couldn't do shit about it. He couldn't talk shit. He signed to his champ. But it's a little late. Belal's not champ no more. Kamaru Usman is more than just happy to wait for the title, which he might get, sadly enough. And honestly, Kamaru Usman just does not want to fight Belal. He looked apprehensive fighting Belal if it was for the title. Now imagine there's no title involved. Was this fight would have been good? I don't know. But if it happens, it's definitely not going to happen with Belal still being champ, with Belal keeping that record, that streak going on. Now he's in a 2-fight losing streak. It doesn't look good for him, and it doesn't look good for Kamaru Usman. But Kamaru Usman just wants to stay as far away from him as can be. Next fight is Conor McGregor versus Chandler. It's not happening. Chandler is not happening. You called him out like 4 or 5 times. 2 of them, or one of them was in the WWE. It's not happening, bro. It's not. You're mocking people, bro. He's a representation for American fighters, bro. This is what we got. We got Jamal Hill and this. Who else? Terrence McKinney. Who else? This is such bad representation for America. I am ashamed. Dude's not getting the fight. It is too late. Michael Chandler has lost too much. Oliveira and then Paddy Pimblett. If Chandler's going to come back, he's going to come back with somebody actually exciting. And who still has it? Definitely not Chandler. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Too late. Go foster another child, buddy. God's work. There's another fight. Too late to happen. Sadly, it could still happen, but I don't see it. Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker. Now let's talk about it. This fight was supposed to happen 3/13. Hooker pulled out with an injury. I think he broke his arm or something with his hand, right? Justin Gaethje is fighting for the vacant belt against Paddy Pimblett. If he wins, he's fighting Ilia Topuria or Arman, or he's just champ. And guess what? If he's champ, what's to say he doesn't call out Conor McGregor for the White House or Dustin Poirier for the White House? You think Dustin Poirier isn't going to unretire for another belt? He's juiced up also. He's blocked. He's like, he's blocky. He's fucking wide now. He's roided up, bro. And USADA's not there no more. So who's going to check him? Who check, brother? Who check? If Justin loses, he might just retire. He's not going to stay around. He's making good money. He's making way good money. Now for the interim belt, he's making a fine penny. Dan Hooker on the other side, if he beats Benoit St. Denis, who's about to fight in like a couple, what is it, 324, 325, the one in Australia. He's fighting Benoit St. Denis. This 3 months, something like that, after he just got like elbowed against Arman Tsarukyan, beat up against Arman Tsarukyan. He's coming back pretty soon with injuries from that fight and training camp and not recovering. Now, Benoit St. Denis isn't the craziest fighter, but he's a pressure fighter. He's definitely going to do damage. And if Hooker loses, he's fighting down the division like a lot. Benoit St. Denis is ranked, where's he ranked? He's ranked 8. Hooker's ranked 6. If Hooker loses, he might fight Moicano who's at 10. Or Manel Torres or Rufi or for SEM. He's fighting down, way down. He's not going to stay in the top 10 or top 7. And if he wins, he might fight the loser of Holloway Oliveira or the loser of Pimblett Gaethje. He's not going to reach Gaethje again. And it sucks because I would have loved to see this fight. These are two scrappers, two just bleed, two Rufuses, as Bedtime MMA likes to call them. Big meaty hooks, light. Like, they're gonna throw big meaty hooks, but they're not gonna be as powerful as Josh Emmett or something like that. They're not gonna knock anybody out. So it's gonna be a good 3 to 5 round war of just them papping each other up, giving each other that mustard and ketchup. It would have been fun. It would have been great. I was disappointed when the fight got pulled out. It definitely made 313 a lot worse with Ankalaev versus Pereira. It's a shame we're never gonna see it. It would have been fun. It would have been fun. All right, next fight is Jon Jones versus Gassiev. Shamil the Blob Gassiev called out Jon Jones for the bitch he is. He said, "I'm gonna eat you up. No Dana White. I'm gonna put ass and belt and give you a whooping." Boy, he said that. I didn't say shit. He dropped the N-word. He might have. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched the interview. He said a lot of shit to Jon Jones. Jones side, Jon Jones versus Francis Ngannou. Now let me show you this, brother. Francis Ngannou versus Jon Jones for the UFC World Heavyweight Championship in 2022 is the best fight to make this year. To make this year 2022, it's 2026 tomorrow. It is December 31st. Tomorrow is New Year's. God damn, man. It's been 4 years since this motherfucker has not been fighting anybody worth a damn. He turned out. We're about to talk about it later. This fight specifically, he took 3 years. He got a beer belly for. He took 3 years to get a beer belly. Jon Jones did. Francis Ngannou left the UFC out of greed. Jon Jones then retired out of fear of this British boy over here, this well-meaning young gentleman. This is another fight that's not going to happen. Jon Jones turned down $30 million. $30 million. I understand there's legacy on the line. I understand there's sponsorships, the belt on the line. I understand there's a lot. $30 million, man. And you could retire good for life? Beyond well? You're still going to have those sponsorships. You're still to go to the division. You're just old. And that's going to be your excuse. But Seppi doesn't want to take any form of L. That's insecurity right there. Insecurity. $30 million, bro. I'm taking so much pause for $30 million. I'm taking punishment. I'm taking pain. I'm taking whooping. If you told me right now I could get knocked out, a crisp 1-2 from Tom Aspinall, and they're going to put $30 in my pocket on my unconscious dead body, I'm taking those $30, man. Never mind $30 million. Are you going to take those $30 million? I hope so, because you'll be a smart man. We have 3 of the best heavyweight fighters of mixed martial arts out there. Francis Ngannou, Jon Jones, Tom Aspinall. And none of them are even close to being competitors. Francis Ngannou called out Jon Jones for the White House. That ain't happening. Dana White hates you. Dana White does not need you. You tanked another promotion from him. He's happy you did that. He's happy he let you go or you left. And then even if he doesn't trust Jon Jones. If he is going to give Jon Jones, it's going to be Alex Pereira at the White House in hopes that Alex Pereira knocks him out and not somebody Dana White hates. This fight is just a shame. It dragged on for 15 months or something like that between the Stipe fight and then retirement. And then it ruined the division. This fight could have happened and we could have continued with our life. But Jon Jones decided to ruin the division, ruin his legacy, ruin Tom Aspinall's legacy. Partly. Because he's scared. Man, that's beyond bitch, man. There's no other way to put it. That's beyond bitch shit. I don't want to curse, man. I don't want to be out here being dirty mouth, man. But it's bitch shit. It's just bitch shit. Next fight is Pereira versus Adesanya 3, man. Now, this poster is just random. It says UFC 300, AI, whatever. But, look, they fought their first fight. Pereira got him. 5th round, he was losing that fight. He was losing the war. Got him round 3. Their second fight, Pereira was doing good. Got clipped. Knocked out round 2. He moves up to light heavyweight. He gets the belt at light heavyweight versus Jiri Prochazka. UFC 295. He calls out Israel Adesanya because he just lost to Sean Strickland. Israel Adesanya said he's not going to fight till 2027 or something like that. And then for inspiration, Alex Pereira says, hey, you inspired me and took me out of that bar. Let me take you out of where you are right now because you're still a good fighter and fight me for the light heavyweight championship. I'm giving you this offer. And he said, hey, Adesanya, come to daddy. Adesanya laughed and turned that option down. That was when Israel Adesanya was in a 1-fight losing streak. It wasn't even a streak. He just took 1 L. He's still top division. He was still one of the second best middleweights out there. I mean, GOAT-wise, behind Anderson Silva. I kept trying to say Anderson. I don't know why. Anderson Silva. He was second GOAT of the division. So he could have just went straight for the belt. People would have complained, but people would have been excited. It would have sold well. And he turned it down. And now he lost 2 more times versus DDP and Imavov. This fight is absolutely too late to happen. As for Pereira is still champ. And Israel Adesanya is, I think, 6th in the division. And he's going down. He hasn't fought in a long time. I think over a year now. And if he is fighting, it's fighting like Costa, who's like ranked 10 or 12. Insane. I think another time this fight could have happened is if Alex Pereira lost the rematch against Magomed Ankalaev, 320. They could have had a fight. But he won. And now I think it's absolutely too late to happen. And if it does happen, it's just going to be crazy, crazy odds and crazy favorite for Alex, who's still in his prime, being at 38 or something like that, 37, 38. He's old. He's still in his prime. It's insane. Next fight that I want to see, that's too late to happen, is Arman Tsarukyan versus Islam Makhachev. Arman Tsarukyan fought Islam Makhachev on his debut fight. I think short notice in Russia or something like that. And it was a good scrap. It was a lot of just like it was like one of those good wrestling fights, like Aljamain Sterling versus Evloev. Another one like that is where you're looking like, oh, this is competitive. There's constant progressions, constantly like people trying to reverse it and then getting reversed and then out scrambling and wrestling. It's shit I don't understand, but I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. That's what the fight was, and we could have had that, but when Arman Tsarukyan wasn't a little kid. I forgot how old he was when he fought him, but he was a little kid. Islam Makhachev wasn't a champ. He wasn't in that champ physique. He didn't like he grew. They both grew up to be like crazy fighters, and we were gonna have it January 2025, and then it never happened. I swear to God, I'm pretty sure that fight. I'm gonna search it right here in my monitor. UFC 312, I think it was. No, it's not 312, 311. January 18th. Okay. I thought it wasn't my birthday. I'm January 20th, but 2 days before it, man. I remember I was considering going here because I wanted to see this fight. I wanted to see Umar Merab, Jiri Hill. It would have been a great fight. And then the card just got diminished. The quality of it went down the second Moicano stepped up. I'm sorry. And the results speak for himself. Moicano got choked out in a minute. No, not a minute. 4 minutes? Was it? Did it take him 4 minutes? It says round 1, 4:05. I guess it did. Or is that inverted? It took him under a minute. It did not take him over him. How long did it take Moicano to get choked out? Oh, it don't matter. I don't think we're getting this fight again, man. Islam is at welterweight, and Arman Tsarukyan's gonna take some time chasing the belt. Ilia Topuria is out dealing with his wife. And it's Arman waiting for another number one contender after his last number one contender, after the chance of fighting for the title. It's going to be Pimlet versus Gaethje for the interim belt, who is going to fight Ilia Topuria, who then might leave the division to welterweight, or might is either way. It's not going to happen. Well, actually, that's going to be the other fight. Ilia Topuria versus Makhachev. Oh, yeah. This is the reason. This fight. Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. It's too late to happen. I do not want to see Makhachev. I don't mind seeing Makhachev at 155 again. I don't, for the life of God, want to see Ilia Topuria at 170. He's 5'5". He is around the same height as Rogan. This man does not walk around at 190. I don't give a damn how deep, how fucking dense his bones are. I don't care how much milk he drank growing up. His bones are not that heavy. He is a 5'5" man. He is a 5'5" man with a good amount of muscle on him. He is 170 at most after eating 2 pies of Little Caesars pizza. This man is not making 170. And compare him to Islam Makhachev, who came in there yoked up with that fucking Russian creatine type shit that got his other fucking PFL champ banned by USADA, caught by USADA, who know what Islam's on. That motherfucking Islam Makhachev at 170 is going to fuck up 155 Ilia Topuria. Now, at 155, it might be different. I still don't want to see it. Because at that point, it's going to be another asterisk on Ilia Topuria's record. He fought the GOAT, but it was a GOAT who got used to and accommodated to 170, going down to 150. They said the same bullshit when he fought Max Holloway. They said Max Holloway fought Justin Gaethje at 155, and then the weight cut going back to 145 did so much damage. No wonder he got knocked out. They were trying to belittle this man's whole career constantly. They keep putting an asterisk over both of their wins, actually. Islam Makhachev can't get a good win without there being an asterisk. JDM was his best win. And motherfuckers still calling it boring as if that diminishes the impact of the fight. It was a boring-ass fight. It was still a great performance. It was still a great win. His Moicano fight, asterisk. His second Volkanovski fight, asterisk. Oh, he's fighting all these people from 145 going to 155. Oh, he ain't real 155 champ. Ilia Topuria, same thing. Oh, Volkanovski just got head kicked. You gonna knock him out too? As if that punch wasn't gonna knock him out regardless. As if Holloway wasn't gonna get knocked out regardless of that punch. He's done that cut multiple times. Why is this the only time that he loses for it? I don't want to see this fight. I do want to see this fight. That's the problem, ain't it? That's why this is number one. Fucking Islam Makhachev really fucking left the division, bro. That fucking sucks, man. I was cheering on JDM Bilal for JDM to win. Because I'm like, we could still have... Islam lied to us. He said we could still see him fight Ilia Topuria. Ain't gonna happen, man. It's such a disappointing. That is my most too late to happen fights. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you made it this far. Tell me if I missed any. Also, I should have put this in the beginning. I'm not talking about fucking Silva or GSP because that's not modern. I'm talking about modern. People who are active now. Go watch fucking MMA on Point if you want to see fucking Bas Rutten and fucking, I don't know who else, not Butterbean not fighting, and how that's a fight that's too late to happen. I don't know why I'm so salty. I'm so fucking salty right now, dude. This fucking, knowing I'm missing out on some good ass fights just fucking brought my blood sugar up, man. I don't know what to say. Besides, have a good day. Have a good New Year's. Hope you enjoy 2025. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you enjoy 2026 even more. Bye.